Cancer, my name's Nico, welcome to Heuristique. This is your monthly, I guess. I don't really know what to call it, it's just I wanted to do, other than the dailies that I do Monday to Friday, I thought it'd be cool once a month to do the zodiac signs and just do like a general kind of thing. So without further ado, let's get started. These are timeless, they're general, it may or may not resonate. You can swap the roles, etc., etc. Okay, Cancer. Whoa, Cancers are going through something else. All the other signs I've done, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, it all sort of talked about, cycles wrapping up and new versus old. And I have to be honest, Cancer, it almost feels like you guys are still in the past, which I'm just like classic, like Cancer move. Don't take that offensively. I just mean in the sense that Cancer rules the past in kind of. That's one of the biggest lessons for a Cancerian, to learn how to let go. So the fact that that's coming up so strong, I'm wondering if that's what we might be dealing with this month, or this, however, whenever you find this video or this video finds you. Vulture and Cobra were the first two that came out, and I think it's very interesting because once again, all the other readings I've done for the other signs have had snakes in them. And this time it's like there is someone in your life who's presenting as just like King Cobra, but not in a good way. In a way of, it's a challenger. It's the type of energy that wants to take. It's the energy that wants to sting. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Whatever this is, person, place, or thing, it's unhealthy and it's toxic and it's trying to get more out of you is what I'm hearing. With the Vulture card, it does talk about like purification. It does talk about, it can be a very underrated card. Vultures, like we need vultures to eat like dead animals. Like otherwise the rotting corpse is just going to be nasty, Vultures are very underrated, and you're not gonna no one likes to hear this, but normally it's the people who treat us the worst and like cause some of our deepest pain that end up being some of our greatest teachers. And believe me when I say, it's not easy for me to say that out loud, because a lot of the time I feel like suffering can be avoided. It's a choice we make, but if we choose to put ourselves through that, then we need to deal with the consequences of healing that suffering. And it seems like that's what you might be going through right now. It seems like this person has like reared their head again. They're coming back. I'm getting circling now, which is just not cute for a Cancer. It's not cute for any sign, but in particular Cancers, because you guys are very like, you're the crab, you have the shell. The shell protects you, but once someone's under that shell, and I was like, you're probably like, yep, I understand. Capricorns and Cancers, they have that in common. Like, okay, once you, like, if you're not in, you're not in, right? And a Cancer's like, whatever. But once you're in that shell. And when someone's inside a crab shell, you want to hope that the person in there isn't trying to hurt you, because that's a confined area. So I do think this person like has gotten into your heart in some way, or gotten into your shell, but this is like the week, the month, the whatever, that you tell this person, get out. Like I'm literally hearing, get out of my house, get out of my face, get out of my mind, get out of my heart, like out. You're presenting as Tiger. And I say that because there's the crescent moon there, and Cancers are very intuitive, very psychic. And you're sort of staring down this person like you're not taking any of their BS, none of it. You're not having it anymore. You're done. D-O-N-E, underline, apostrophe, like apostrophe, exclamation mark, what? Anyway, so you're not having it anymore. Like I'm very much so picking up on this energy. It feels more feminine, and it's just like looking at someone and being like, you must think this is a circus and I'm a clown. what are you doing here? What are you saying? What are you trying to get away with, right? Like, no trust for this person. There is no trust here. Like, normally I love delivering messages where I'm like, they love you back, everything's nice and peachy. Like, of course I love delivering those messages. But there are ones like this too, where it's like, there's no nice way for me to put it. Like, this person is an asshole. Like, this person just is not a good person. They're not. They're just not. Like, everyone's kind of a good person. But this person, compared to who you are, compared to where your energy's at, like, if I could describe it, it's like I'm looking at someone who's a full green bar and someone who's like low battery red. Like, you're above it. You shouldn't even be dealing with this, is what I'm hearing. Like, it's beneath you. It is beneath you, Cancer. Whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're trying to nurture right now, take care of, like, that's kind of what it feels like, you know? And not like, well, yeah, no. It feels like if it's not current, then definitely in the past you tried to, or, you know, it's such a Cancerian thing, like wanting to help, wanting to be that mother, wanting to, you know, maybe not literally like always wanting to be the mother figure, but like Cancerians are very nurturing, they're very caring, they're very, you know, there's a reason why Cancerians are known to be clingy, and it's not because like they necessarily like need anyone else, because yeah, you guys like to be with other people, but like a lot of Cancerians I know, like you guys are bad bitches, and like you guys literally like have been through a lot. Cancer and Capricorn, you're opposites. That's the one thing you guys really have in common. You go through a lot in life, but it makes you some of the best people, because it just, like you can, so much achievement, so much success, so much healing, empathy can be gained from that, right? And I think this person, the reason they're coming back is, I do hear like universal test, right? Like, I think the universe really wants to see if you've, how do I say this? It's that whole thing where it's like, you love someone, you can still love this person, you know? You can still know they're beneath you, you still know their actions haven't been on par, but you're like, hey, like, I don't care, like, I still love this person. Okay, fine. That is literally, it just makes you an even better person, you know? The fact that you can still hold this level of love and empathy for someone who's done wrong by you, like, without a doubt, this person has lost one of the best things that has ever happened to them by losing you, you know what I mean? And the way they treated you, I'm just hearing it's gonna come back tenfold to them, tenfold. So with that being said, it's that whole thing of, I love you, but I love myself more, and I'm not cool with the way you treated me, and I know that if I let you back in, you were gonna do it again, so no, right? Another thing that's been coming up a lot, long-term consistency versus short-term actions for short-term gain. Because you know, if you let this person back in, it would be short-term gain. You know, you'd be like, okay, maybe they'll change for like a month, a week, but then literally a month or a week later, they're gonna be doing the same shady stuff they did. Because let me clarify to you, this person has not grown, this person has not changed, and you have. You're a beautiful tiger now. Look at that. Look at all that fire. Like, you are Tigress from Kung Fu Panda, Tigress. Like, you've earned your stripes. Beautiful. Well, look at that. You've earned your stripes. You've won the war, right? And I think this person is still trying to like fight for something that doesn't even exist anymore. Do you know what I mean? It just feels like, what are you doing? Like you can't bamboozle. Once we grow, once we change, there's no going back, you know? And I mean that, like 99% of the time, once we decide to make that change for ourselves mentally, you know, mentally, physically, soul-wise, they're all connected. Once we really, really change the way we act, the way we think, the way we feel, and I'm not talking moment to moment, I am talking like, you get it, long-term change. When that occurs, there really is no going back. There really is no, yeah, well, like, I guess I'll let you back in because I like you so much, even though I know, like, I keep getting screwed over. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. That isn't, And that's, even saying that out loud, you're probably like, well, I never thought like that. Like, I never wanted to get screwed over. No one does, but sometimes we let people in just because they remind us of someone who hurt us in the past. You know, they could be our hurt locker. They could be everything you want to be. You know, a lot of the time there's that fan celebrity thing going on between people where it's like you put the person you like on a pedestal. And when you treat someone like a celebrity, you can't get mad when they treat you like a fan. Right? Like, it's just the way it be like that. But here's the funny thing. I feel like this person's about to start treating you like a celebrity. They're about to be like, Cancer, like I'm hearing stars in their eyes. They're about to, it just seems, to be honest, big narcissist energy, right? And for some reason, this in particular, it's like the more you reject this person, the more they put you on that pedestal. The more they're like, wow, like Cancer isn't doing this, not doing that. Like, oh my God, like, why don't, like, because the one thing with a narcissist is like they think they're better than everyone else. And when they're looking for a partner, they want someone who's like not their equal, better than them, which to them doesn't exist. So when you do exist, it's like that love-hate relationship where they like hate you half the time and then love you the other half. So with that being said, Cancer, it just feels like, oh, I'm getting it now. Like, I can feel their energy. It just feels like my head is a washing machine. It feels like they feed you so much. You know, they're always keeping that cycle on. They're always keeping you spinning. And when you have someone like that in your life, always confusing you, always like, you know, throwing you, it's just, I feel like I'm just getting thrown so much at once that I can't even process it. And that's a part of the manipulation tactic where it's like, how much can I throw at a person so they can't see the truth, you know? And it's that quote where it's like, if they like you, you'll know. And if you're confused, take it as a no. If it's not an F yes, it's an F no. And with this person, Cancer, it is a HE double hockey stick no. Like, no. You do not want to deal with someone like this. I'm just getting like aggressive, confrontational. And the funny thing is they're probably going to be the ones to play the victim, you know, because you're coming across as Tiger. Like, you're not standing down. You've sat on your throne. You've taken the crown, your rightful crown, by the way. And there's nothing that's getting you off this throne. There's nothing that's going to throw you off your game, Cancer. You are so, it's that intensity. That's something that might bring you a lot of peace. Google tigers, and especially in particular, tiger's eyes. There's something about the way a tiger looks at a person, a camera, or anything. Like, there's that look in the tiger's eye that you can see it, and it screams, do not F with me. And that's the kind of vibes you're putting out right now, Cancer, which I'm here for. I'm so here for. Fish, interesting. I wanted to get another card because I wanted to see what direction you were going. We got this in the Aries reading too. Fish, you're swimming away. You're just like swimming upstream. I always say that with this card. And another imagery of the moon, you know, double moon imagery. And Cancer does rule the mother, right? Moon, mother, makes sense. But you're swimming upstream. You're just like, I'm not spending another second surrounded by this energy, with this person, this thing, whatever. Like, you're so done. You're so done. And I love the fish card coming up because I almost see it as you taking this. Remember what I said? Some of the people who cause us the most pain can be some of our greatest teachers. And this card does talk about teachers. So if you've been wondering for a while, like, why did I meet this person? Like, why do they come into my life? Like, what? Like all that. It has been to teach you a lesson. It has been to give you this insight because Cancer, I can guarantee where you're heading next is a billion jillion times better than where you just came from. And it's way better than what this person's been giving you. Way better. Like, I can't even begin to like describe it because that's how much of a difference it is. It is going from night to day. you're about to enter a phase in your life where you're on it. You're just on it. That's how it feels. You're on it. You're just, you know, this wound is finally being healed and you're healing it. And I think with the moon imagery, it's nice because something you can say, you know, even though there has been a lot of hurt with this person, I'm sure there was a lot of good times too, right? And it's almost like you're taking a piece of them with you, right? With the moon imagery, you know, you'll never forget it. You'll always know it in your heart. But you're not taking the person with you. You're taking the lesson and what they gave you, right? You're taking what you can and leaving what you can't. And I think that's beautiful. And you're doing it in a graceful, elegant way, is what I'm hearing. Like, the two animals you got on your side, tiger, you know, the way they move is so precise. So when I get tiger, I kind of get like femme fatale. And you're just this with the fish card, like swimming away. You're hopping on a current that's gonna carry you, if that makes sense. If you've ever been in water, you know, when you're going with the waves versus against them, it'll carry you. You don't have to do any of the work. But when you're swimming against it, that's when you start to create resistance. That's when we start to face some trouble. So you're going with the flow, and the flow is far away from this person. Far away. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope something resonated. I hope it helped in some way. And I'll see you guys next week for the dailies. Okay, bye. Thank you.